Today we're making recipes that remind me of my Aunt Lori, and shortly after she passed, I had the privilege of looking through her recipe box and putting healthier spins on some of her richest dishes. So today we're going to start with a barbecue beef with all kinds of roasted vegetables that are slow cooked in the crock pot. And so I started with a beef brisket. Now to this, I'm going to add some seasoning, and you want to season your meat first whenever you're doing a crock pot dish because that's really what needs the most seasoning is the meat. So I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of onion powder, ½ teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of paprika, and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Next, I'm going to add my veggies. Now, whenever you're thinking about veggies that you're going to add to a crock pot, you want to think about using firmer veggies, especially when it's down on the bottom because those will get cooked the most. And if there's ever any vegetables that you don't want to get overcooked, then just add those towards the end of the cooking process. So I have a pack of baby carrots. You could use regular carrots, about 2 or 3 large carrots will work. 2 onions that I just roughly diced. Then I have about a ½ pound of potatoes, and then 1 pack of sliced mushrooms. So all your veggies go on top, and I ended with the softest vegetable, which is the mushrooms. And then I'm also going to cut up some celery, and the original dish actually didn't have celery, but I thought that this would be a delicious spin. And it was really fun going through my Aunt Lori's recipes because I got a chance to kind of relive and think through all the things that I remember her making for our family and enjoying. And so it just brought me back to all the dishes that she made. And usually she liked to make things that were sweet, so she liked to bake a lot. But when she did cook a rich dish, it was always very homey, so it was like the comfort food. So this meat and potatoes, this is what I think of when I think of my Aunt Lori. So that looks like enough celery, and I'm just going to sprinkle this on top. It was also fun to go through the recipes and think about ways that I could put healthy spins on the original. Then I'm just going to add some barbecue sauce. Now I like to use organic, but you can do low sugar, any kind of barbecue sauce you like. You can even make your own barbecue sauce. I have plenty of recipes for a little bit lower versions of barbecue sauce. And then 2 cups of chicken stock or beef stock, whatever you have on hand. And this will just help the meat cook through, and it will be nice and tender because we're going to cook it for 4 hours. So cooking in the crock pot is great for really large cuts of meat because it helps break them down and it just falls apart in your mouth, and it's so tender, and the vegetables are the perfect side. And you could also make this in your oven. If you want to put it into a large casserole dish, you can just put it in your oven, cover it with foil for about 3 to 3.5 hours at 350 degrees, and it will cook perfectly.